Hello, everyone, and welcome back to RJ World Diaries. I'm your host, Reena, and I'm thrilled to have you here today. Today we are going to talk about one of the most important skills in communication, that is asking and answering questions fluently. You see, conversations are like a dance. One person leads with a question and the other responds, keeping the rhythm alive. If you master this art, you will never feel stuck in silence and you will find it much easier to connect with people. Let me begin with a thought. Have you ever been in a situation where someone asks you a simple question like, "How are you?" and all you say is fine? The conversation ends right there. But what if you said, "I'm doing well, thank you. I just started reading an interesting book," or "I'm good. I tried a new recipe today and it turned out delicious." Suddenly, you have opened the door for a longer, more engaging conversation. That's the difference between giving short, closed answers and responding fluently. Now, when it comes to asking questions, many learners stick to the basics like "What's your name?" or "Where are you from?" These are good, but they can feel repetitive. To make your questions sound natural and interesting, you can expand them a little. For example, instead of asking, "Do you like music?" you can ask, "What kind of music do you enjoy listening to?" Notice how the second question invites a fuller response. It's open ended, which means the other person has more to say. I remember a time when I attended a workshop and didn't know anyone there. At first, I was nervous, but then I thought, this is my chance to practice. Instead of just sitting quietly, I started asking questions like, "What brought you to this workshop?" and "Have you attended something like this before?" To my surprise, people responded with enthusiasm, and soon the room didn't feel so unfamiliar anymore. Asking the right questions created instant connections. Answering questions fluently is just as important. For example, if someone asks, "Do you like traveling?" don't just say yes or no, add details. You could say, "Yes, I really enjoy traveling. Last year I visited Jaipur and exploring the Amber Fort was unforgettable." Not only have you answered the question, but you have also shared an experience that might lead to further conversation. A great way to make your answer richer is to use connectors like "because," "actually," "in fact," "to be honest," or "let me tell you more." For example, "I enjoy cooking because it relaxes me after a busy day," or "actually, I didn't enjoy reading much before, but now I have developed a love for it." These little words make your response sound smooth and natural. Here is something else to keep in mind. Asking follow up questions is a powerful tool. If someone tells you they love playing cricket, don't stop at "That's nice." Ask, "Oh, that's great. How often do you play?" or "Which position do you play on the team?" These follow ups show genuine interest and keep the conversation alive. Of course, fluency doesn't mean speaking fast. Fluency is about flow, not speed. It's about responding naturally without long pauses and keeping the interaction alive. Even a slow, thoughtful response can sound fluent if it connects well with the question. So, here is a little practice you can try after this episode. Think of three common questions people might ask you, such as "What do you do?" "What are your hobbies?" or "Where do you live?" Now, instead of giving one word answers, prepare fuller responses. For example, "I am a translator and I have recently started podcasting to help people learn English." Practice saying these out loud, and you will notice your answer becoming more fluent with time. Before we wrap up, let me remind you, asking and answering questions fluently is not about having perfect grammar or fancy words. It's about showing interest, sharing a little more of yourself, and keeping the conversation moving. Every question is like a door, and your answer decides how wide that door opens. Thank you for joining me today. I hope this episode inspires you to practice both sides of conversation, the art of asking and the joy of answering. Keep practicing, keep connecting, and remember every question is an opportunity to build a bridge. I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, keep the conversations alive and flowing.